I don't know if I should be Team Iron Man or Team Captain America. Oh my god. Don't sneak up on me like that. But because I have you here, let's talk about the sponsor of this here Lovely Intoxicated podcast episode. That's right. I'm talking about CarterComics.com. Whether they be graded or raw, Carter Comics has it all. All you have to do is go to their website or their eBay page and put in the discount code that you can use over and over and over. Lovely, IMLOVELYIM, to save 10% off your order. That is CarterComics.com, your one stop shop for all comics needs.
The following podcast has been recorded by LIM.
From taverns across Chicagoland to St. Joe's Park in Joliet to the world of podcasting, they're upholding the good name of Chet Gunderson and letting the old styles flow. They are the Lovely Intoxicated Men. And this is the Lovely Intoxicated Podcast.
Acknowledge, commendatory, Gabagool, the reigning, defending LIM beer drinking champion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my season finale of the Lovely Intoxicated podcast. And you can consider this the final sit down between me, commendatory, and my guest, my former best friend, and now the biggest thorn in my side, PX. And when he finally decides to show up, we'll carry on. But in the meantime, folks, I want to just show off this belt. Look how great that looks up on me, Commendatory. Greatest LIM champion, greatest leader ever, by far. Second to only one person who's unfortunately no longer with us. Let me pull up a quick picture so I can show you. This man right here. Julius Caesar. A lot of what I do is modeled after Julius Caesar. And if you got a problem with that, I suggest you leave Rome and head on over to Greece, you greaseballs. All right, PX, are you going to get in here or are you just going to hide the whole time?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit.
Nuke?
No, no.
That's not
It's
Nuke.
PX. It's PX. It's Gunderson's favorite, as you can see on my chest. As you saw this past Saturday at Hollywood Boulevard, but you might have been seeing it in double vision because how's your jaw, by the way, from Lil McGee? How's that going?
I had to apply pressure almost nonstop because of the throbbing and the bruising and the swelling and the gnashing of the teeth. They keep coming back because she struck me about the face twice. So I have to continuously apply a cold pack.
Well, here. It wasn't that she struck you about the face. She saw you were hungry, and you keep talking about having her go to the kitchen to make you a knuckle sandwich. And you finally got the very thing that you asked for. What is it that your childhood hero says? I'll give you what you want, but there's always a catch.
Catch
Oh,
and release. I can't remember which side it was. It was this side. Yeah, it was this side. It's terrible, terrible injury. The things I have to endure as commendatory are just honestly atrocious.
well, I mean, let's actually talk about how you became the leader of the LIM. Let's show this clip really quickly of me passing the torch to you when I stepped down as the leader of the LIM back at Fan Access this past September.
So, I was LIM beer drinking champion. clearly my shoulders have a little less gold on them. So I've taken a lot of time to think. If you've been following us, I've been a bit of a jerk recently. And the reason I have this torch is because I'm going to pass it to the new leader of LIM. I am stepping down as the leader of LIM.
Hey. What are you doing here? What is this?
You know, I've been a dick to you all summer. You know, I haven't been nice to you. I haven't been nice to the guys. And I've been acting out and not acting like I should have been. And I don't know if I belong in LIM anymore.
Give me this damn thing. Listen, are you passing that to me?
I am.
Every good Don needs a consigliere. What do you say, PX?
Are you going to take the torch? Just when I thought I was out, they pull me right back in.
So, Tony, you have been leader of this group for a year. How's that experience been like for you?
It's been a pain in my jaw and my forehead and my ass because of you. You're staring at me, causing all my problems in life. What has it been like? Well, it's been a lot, PX. It's a lot to run this group. You tried your hardest. You did a decent job. We'll give you a
Two
6
Nova
7.
Awards, a movie. Did pretty good, I would say. Three Nova Awards because they also won Match of the Year.
You won match of the year, but you lost this. And you're never gonna get it back.
Now, here, you know what? Let's actually, because you brought it up, let's actually talk about that a second because that's not how I remember it. So, yeah, you were talking about me possibly going back to being the top fan, and let's be honest, I don't think anybody wants to see the top fan come back. I don't even want to see the top fan come back. I didn't like myself when I was the top fan. But the way that you won that title, I have to really bring attention to it because I don't think it gets enough attention. Because if you watch back the footage, and you know what? We'll play the footage after I explain this. But you pushed my brother down as you were trying to stand up. I actually stepped aside because I realized that the way that I was acting, I didn't deserve the LIM championship. And I wanted to give you and Danny a fair shot because you are two of the rowdiest people in the LIM.
You better believe
You're
it.
still here. You have that title.
Mhm.
Danny's gone. But again, show the footage and let the people judge for themselves.
One. You gotta count. All right, I'll count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So, Tony, did you seriously think that was an honorable way to become the LIM beer drinking champion?
I mean, do you not see all the damage that I endured throughout that match? When you were coming behind me and hit me in the back of the leg, I was walking like this for months. Months. I had Paul White-itis in my
Hey.
right knee.
Don't blame me. I just watched a lot of Bret Hart matches before that. I had to do some limb work, okay?
Good on you, but you tore me limb from limb. I had to use your brother as a crutch, and that's all he ever has been in the LIM, a crutch for me to excel and reach the brass ring or reach this beautiful title.
Before I move on to this next thing, the one thing that I want to say is you guys are now 1-1 apiece, and if he ever decides to come back, because he was pretty humiliated at how everything turned out, including the fact that Damian Saint choked him out in the Shelley's garage. I just hope, because of that 1-1, one of these days he comes back and there's a rubber match to determine who among you is the most intoxicated man in the Lovely Intoxicated Men.
After I beat you on Memorial Day, I only have to go one more week to become the longest reigning champion in LIM history.
It's I just noticed something, okay?
What's that?
Isn't that the old belt?
Excuse me?
Where's
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Real quick, folks, full disclosure. Back at the Kicks on 66, during the 3 stages of Hell match, I handed the LIM championship to Buddy Roberts Jr. to use as a weapon in the fans bring a weapon match. Now, I did not want to put the title in the garbage can, so I waited for the perfect moment. I handed it over to Buddy, and he cracked Tom Heisman over the head. And, I had to send in the title to get polished, to get cleaned up, because there was scumbag bodily fluids all over it. And I want that belt to be shiny when you guys crown me the undisputed LIM champion on Memorial Day. And just to prove that this is a true and tried tested replica, hold on. I recreated some of the scumbag bodily fluids. If you see that down the corner by the C on champion?
I do see that.
Ketchup.
Ah, nice. Nice gimmickry.
Prop master Gabagool. Got to make it look real. So there's your answer. The belt's getting polished up because I want it to be nice and shiny when I beat you, and it'll look even better around my shoulder.
In the words of your childhood hero and new LIM member, good job on that one, by the way, Rion Skills. That's fair.
That is fair.
We have to acknowledge that it's fair.
The only person I acknowledge is Commendatory Gabagool.
And there you go with that commendatory name. What's the difference between that and the top fan?
I'm a leader. Top fan was a follower.
Okay, I was a leader. Okay, so explain that a little bit, because that's the thing I don't get. I mean, I gave myself a stupid nickname, and with all due disrespect, you gave yourself a stupid nickname.
It's not a nickname. It's a God-given name. The Greek, not sorry, not the Greek gods. Calm down, Tony. The Italian gods, the Roman gods of my heritage bestowed it upon me and me only. Romulus and Remus. One of them killed the other one just so I could have this name. Think about it. Do your history research.
Well, okay, Mark Zuckerberg gave me top fan, so I guess that'd be
Okay.
the same.
Well, again, you were a follower. The top fan was a follower on Facebook. Tony Gabagool is a leader inside of the LIM, down at the senior event at St. Joe's Park when I'm selling my crochet items, which, by the way, if you're looking for a nice crochet, you call me. Anyways, let's get back on track.
Let's make like a train and get back on track. Why don't
Get
we?
back on track. What's the difference? I lead, you followed.
You know what else? The thing is, like, yeah, I did follow. I followed you because I had you take the lead of the Lovely Intoxicated Men. You and me, we are two of the four founding fathers of this group with a friendship that goes back over 20 years, back to the Cheney Manji days. And now here we are. And I trusted you to lead this group. And in your first test, you arguably failed.
How so?
Roll the footage. Let's go back to the trial.
I do believe the jury, bailiff, is ready. We may proceed. Kangaroo Jack, thank you.
Something. You said there's hops?
Yes.
Oh, that's my favorite. Wait a minute.
My counts 1 through 3.
Wait, hold on. There's something up here. There's still this Hulk Hogan.
Please continue.
Whoa. Judge, you need to come down and look at this. Hulk Hogan's been paid off.
Let the record reflect 3 George Washingtons were found under Hulk Hogan real beer. It pays me to say this. I have no other choice but to declare a mistrial twice!
It's preposterous.
Based on the fact that the beers were bought.
This is chicanerous and deplorable.
Don't tell me about deplorable, Double J. Maximus Orion,
Yep.
you are hereby cleared in this honorable pickleball court of all charges contained in the amended Bill Shelley of indictment. You may have a nice day.
Your Honorable Judge Prosciutto, come on now.
Hey,
He was going to win.
Oh, it's good answer to the case. Come on, Zero Gravity.
Never actually had it.
he's not.
Really? He's still a member of the LIM?
So you see, Tony, we had a chance to get rid of Maximus Orion in the LIM. And yet, somehow, it escaped you that the Hulk Hogan... Hold on 1 second. Actually, this real American beer that has been hanging out in our evidence chamber, this beer was paid off. How did you not see that?
Oh, brother.
Brother is right, considering it is Hulk Hogan. How did you not see that coming? I mean, yeah, we did have a bit of a kangaroo court.
Yes,
I'll give you
yes.
that.
You were the bailiff.
I was.
You should have been providing security in that courtroom. I wasn't even there. My cousin, the great Honorable Antonius J. Gabagool, he was the one running that courtroom. You blame him. Don't blame me.
I mean, here's the thing. You're the leader. You had a guarantee that after Maximus Orion jumped into the undeniable, that we were going to be able to bring justice to Turtle, a fellow LIM member, who got attacked by Maximus at Fall Brawl, and yet we didn't do right by him.
Oh, we did eventually.
I will give you that. Eventually,
Yes.
he did.
Turtle came to me with the idea in total secrecy, and we came up with a plan. We used a little devious tactics to try to get Maximus Orion off of our scent. And again, I proved that I'm a leader. I learned from my mistakes, right? I'm willing to acknowledge that. And I'm willing to right now acknowledge commendatory Gabagool once and again. But even then, I'll acknowledge my mistakes, but I want you to acknowledge something. Since October, you've been wanting these titles back. You've been wanting the belts back. You hesitated. There was a hesitation there. Don't pretend you don't remember. You were holding the belts when you were in your kangaroo costume. Who bought off the Hulk Hogan beer and caused this mistrial? This truly was a kangaroo court.
Now, Law and Order, I had to watch for characters.
Did you watch the episode I told you to watch?
I watched all of them. Law and Order, Criminal Intent, SVU, Organized Crime, everything.
Let's go.
I'm prepped watching so much
Let's get out of here. Gentlemen, Turtle, good luck with you.
And you were handing them to the honorable, but you held on to them. You've been out to get these back all the way October. Hell, probably even back at the blood alcohol content match when you shook my hand.
I mean, okay, so I can absolutely explain that. So when I was handing you the LIM Beer Drinking Championships, I'll give you this. That's where the thought crossed my mind. But the only reason the thought crossed my mind, it wasn't because I wanted them. It's because I stepped away from blood alcohol content rules. So we never really got to have a moment of two best friends, PX versus Tony Gabagool, one on one, beer going head to head, beer to beer for the LIM Beer Drinking Championship. It didn't matter who was champion, whether it's 1A or 1B. You used that when you proposed the case race, 1A, 1B. Okay, we'll go with that. So 1A was thinking
I'm
about
1A. I am 1A.
no A because my last name is
No.
A. Starts with an A. Your
A
last
for
name is
ass
with
hat.
a G.
Ass hat. Look, you got the A on your hat. You're the ass hat. Drink your water in peace. I'm gonna ice my neck. She hit me in the neck too.
Man, she really needs to watch her aim that little McGee lady. But that's
Mm,
the thing. All I wanted was to have a drinking contest with my best friend.
so
Nothing
sweet.
involving any shenanigans, tomfoolery, not to be confused with our buddy Thomas foolery. Just us going mano y mano, beer for beer. But at the same time, there's another reason why I want the LIM Beer Drinking Championship back. And that's because of the regret that I had when I was the top fan and did everything I could to hold everybody back from trying to take the title from me. It wasn't honest and it wasn't right. And you're falling into the same traps that I was falling into. I mean, dude, you suspended me from the LIM when I needed you guys because you were so hell bent on keeping that title on your shoulder. And the moment that you had a challenger, you got rid of the problem temporarily. But the thing that you know about me, Tony, from all the years that you've known me, is that I am not somebody that's going to go quietly into the night, that's going to take shit on the chin. I'm going to be somebody when you tell me to stay quiet, I am going to talk a whole hell of a lot louder. And I'm going to make sure that my voice is heard.
My voice is heard. I'm Pinocchio. All right. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or should I start go practicing drinking some old styles? I'm warming up with some water right now, but believe me, that case is going to be nothing to finish.
I was just thinking about this thing, Tony.
Hmm.
I kind of think you got the belt stolen again.
Excuse me. No, I did not get the belt stolen, and I will have it on Memorial Day to prove it to you, and that thing will be glistening in the sun.
Okay. Okay, but it's interesting that you don't have the title because you're having a hard time keeping track of the title.
Uh,
I mean, I have had
we go
Nani
then.
when I was the champion. I had Nani take that title. I ran right after her. Nani takes the title from you. You're just like, "Oh, that's okay. Oops."
Called a charity case, doing it for the children. What?
And then Maximus Orion stole the title from you at Hollywood Boulevard. Wow, what an ending. Who would have thought that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father?
What movie did you watch?
I think it was like Star Trek.
I watched The Resolution.
Wait, is that the new one with Adrian Brody?
No, it's the new one with Maximus.
Wait, he's in a movie? Yeah. Wait, did we make that? Is that part of the LIMCU? Are you?
I outdrank you, but my belts are still missing.
You still don't? Oh yeah, you don't have your belts. Nobody was. Were you able to find them?
I was not able to locate them.
I don't know. Thomas Foolery. I know we had you looking for the belts. Were you able to find them? Oh, you found that nice hat. Yeah, look. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's look at the camera really quickly. Kind of goes good with his eyes.
Gabagool.
That's. You were like the commentator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hat. We're gonna find the belts. We're gonna hold whoever stole them accountable. Mark my words.
Yes, I had a lot of people give me a lot of flack for being at times irresponsible with the LIM title, putting it on the ground. But the thing is, the difference between you and me is I never let it out of my sight. Never did. Not once.
The belts got returned. Pizza and beer, the heroes of the LIM. See, you're focusing on all the negatives. I'm focusing on the positives. That we got the hottest tag team in all Rocket Pro Wrestling as a part of our social club.
And I will give you that. They were
Thank you.
very beneficial, and I'm grateful that they were able to get the titles back. So, like, that's not lost on me. But at the same time, why am I the one going to Indianapolis at your behest for your belts? Now, given I did enjoy myself at the Royal Rumble, I had a great time.
Oh, I'm
I
having a
had
great time. I'm having a great time, Ralph.
I had some microwave tea. It was fantastic. I recommend that. But the thing is, why aren't you getting the titles in
Because
India?
I wanted you to prove yourself as the consigliere.
Why do I need to prove myself to my friend that I've known for over 20 years?
Because I still knew deep down inside that you were the top fan. And the test was going to be if you did get the belts in your hands, would you turn them over to Gabagool or would you hold them for yourself?
Yeah, I would
Think about
have
that.
absolutely turned him over.
We'll never know. I guess I'll have to lose the belts again and I'll give you one more try. Maybe not. No, I take it back.
I would have given the belts back. I mean, if you wanted to, because originally I know we were supposed to go mano a mano at that Hollywood Boulevard screening. We originally were going to do that.
Well, you better pray and thank God that the belt was stolen because you would have lost then, and now you just get to lose now in May. We just delayed it a little bit. You had more time to practice. Have you done any practicing? I don't know. I think I've had more old style sitting at that commentary table for 4 shows than the rest of the LIM has had all season.
And it is interesting that you took that gig on commentary when
Mhm.
Double J, he's been
Oh,
to challenge you all season for that title.
you want to fault me for living out my childhood dream?
No, I want to fault you for not giving Double
Hmm.
J a chance at that title.
I gave him a title shot. And you know that it ended in a tie. And if he could ever, here's the thing I wanted to
Hey,
address
wait, wait,
too.
whoa, 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 whoa!
Whoa, whoa,
Cut the
whoa, whoa.
bullshit! Cut the bullshit! What actually happened was, and understandably so, given the intense situation in November between Youth Gone Wild and the Freebirds, where Michelle got knocked down in the middle of the giant clusterfuck that was that massive brawl that stopped the show. You guys did stop, and I think that's commendable. But again, did he have another shot after that?
Well, he's too chicken shit. And even now, he stands there with this little pot of gold and he's yet to cash it in because, again, he's too chicken shit. So there's your answer. I don't have to answer to you, but there's your answer.
And let's talk about that pot of gold. Uh, how'd you come up with that? Because I don't think people have heard that story.
Oh, well, I was looking on the hill over at the Foggy Dew, and I thought to myself, if any of these Looney Tunes and the LIM will ever chase me for my title, they're gonna have to search high, low, far, and wide for the pot of gold. Because it takes ambition and drive to find the pot of gold, not just to call me out and say, I'm challenging you for the belt. Oh, my name's P. My name's PX, and I'm going to challenge you for the belt. I'm Gunnarson's favorite. Woohoo, me, me, me. Look at my beard. Yes, very nice. Very nice shirt. It looks like shit. I'd look better on me. Again,
I don't think so because I think this might be a little too small for you, buddy.
okay, take it easy there, all right? You're going a little too far. The idea was it's an actual challenge. Before it's a pre-challenge for the challenge for the belt. Also, we needed content for the month of March. Think about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Is this something that we're gonna be seeing in the LIM in the years to come?
As long as I'm commendatory, you can count on it. And one thing you can never count on is Lil McGee getting in there in time. You see, she was screwing around in the kitchen. If she would have been searching, maybe would have been a little bit faster. She would have got the pot of gold, but instead she was messing around, making cotton candy. Think
Okay, all
about it.
right. So this is the part of the show I have been waiting for.
Oh.
I have been wanting to address this with you person to person so bad. The reason why I ultimately decided to stick around and stay in LIM and not leave the wrestling business is because of the shit that you had said to Lil McGee on the podcast when she was being interviewed for Consigliere.
I think I was right when he was top fan and told him to give you a knuckle sandwich. And I would do it again.
Lil McGee, since you're in the kitchen and that's a good place for you, why don't you start working on my knuckle sandwich?
How's that sandwich coming along?
Oh, it's coming along real good,
Yeah.
Tony Gabagool.
Yeah.
It's coming along real
Gonna put
good.
some extra mustard on it.
Keep working on my sandwich.
No, I will. It'll be coming up real quick, Gabagool.
Tony, that's our friend. What the fuck is your problem?
It's just classic comedy, PX. Come on.
She didn't find it funny. Smiling
Wow.
McGee didn't find it funny. I sure as hell
No.
didn't find it funny.
She punched me twice, 3 times, 6 times, I heard.
Well, you deserved it. You did ask for the knuckle
I
sandwich.
did not
That's in the
deserve it.
footage. Roll the clip.
All I was trying to do was, all I was trying to do was make this shirt.
So you see, Tony, when you go to a restaurant and order food, you eventually get it. That's how it works.
Ridiculous.
Here's what I want from you. On this podcast, on the record, you need to apologize to Lil McGee. I'm calling for that.
You want me to apologize to Lil McGee?
I think that's owed to her because
right here on this podcast.
Because she said nothing but truth. That you are acting like a complete tyrant and taking out frustrations on me unjustly. I've been trying to help you run this whole thing. Yes, I stepped back, but I've also been trying to help keep the ship going.
So you want me to apologize?
Yeah, because you shouldn't take out your frustrations with me on another one of our friends.
All right. I heard you. And I want you to listen very carefully. And Lil McGee, I want you to listen very carefully as well, because this is from the heart. And I really mean it. So, all right. I'm showing a lot of vulnerability right now, so I need you to be patient with me. And I appreciate all your patience. So, Lil McGee, I understand that there was some choice words that I might have said to you. And when I look down in my heart of hearts and I think about what was said, I just want to say to you, Laura, that I, Tony Gabagool, am sorry. That I am sorry that you got thin skin and can't take a fucking joke.
God damn it. Like, this is the problem I have, okay? This is why do you think I get so angry and cut 8-minute promos in the ring? It's because of bullshit like this. That shouldn't even be a thing. So the thing is, I'm cutting promos in the ring, showing vulnerability, really showing people a side of me that people haven't seen before, and standing up for my friends, which I guarantee you wouldn't do the same thing.
Oh, you're right. I wouldn't. And you know what? If I could get in your time machine right now and go back in time, I would have cut out her induction and I would have inducted Tony Laura Gould instead.
Jesus Christ.
And then we wouldn't have to deal with thin skin Lil McGee. Because this handsome young man standing to my right in that photo, he could handle a kitchen joke. Good old Tony Laura Gould. He's got thick skin. and he can take a joke. It's a real photo, by the way.
Sure. Okay. Fine. Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
that is now out there.
Gonna leave that up there. Laura, you're looking at your replacement.
Oh, so that's why she gave you that knuckle sandwich. It all makes sense.
Hmm.
Don't you think you're acting like the victim when you have been doing nothing but bullying and tormenting her over her decision to defend her friend? This is somebody who I've become very close with over the past year. This is somebody who has added so much to our group, who has shown so much strength in the face of a lot of adversity. And this is somebody who I respect and care about so much. And she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve the way that you're talking about her. And quite frankly, right now, she brings more value to this group than you do.
Hey, you take that back right now.
I said my piece, Gabagool. See that? That was a Sopranos reference.
Yeah, don't
I
ever
can
talk.
make those too, Tony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Timu Tony.
hey, all right. I'm gonna move this match up from Memorial Day to right now so I can kick your ass.
Oh, woo.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh. You have anything else you want to talk about in this here sit down, or can I get on with my night?
No, no, no. I think I want to keep you around a little bit because, yeah, you got rid of me as your consigliere. I don't mind that. That's fine. That's your choice. Take my advice or you don't take my advice. That's not up to me. That's your call. But it's wrong. The way you went about it, you suspended me. When I needed my friends, you took me away from my friends. And that's wrong. Because that month you suspended me, I had to put my dog down. I was still dealing with the loss of my aunt.
I sent you my condolences.
And you did? But I was still dealing with that. And don't you think I needed you guys? Do you think I really wanted to be away from everything that we've built, from the company that's become my second family? Do you think I wanted that? Or do you think I wanted to get away from all of that negative stuff and just be PX for a little bit? Stop worrying about Pat Ackerman problems, just be PX and disappear and be that PX person. That was unfair. And I'm not somebody who says things are unfair, but that was unfair.
Well, you want my apology? Do you want me to be vulnerable and give you an apology? Because you saw how that works.
And I know you don't care, but the thing is, deep down, I know it. I don't really care because I know you said a couple weeks ago that you didn't want people calling you this name, but hey, I know who Justin is.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about nobody.
I've known Justin for 20 years.
Mm, mm.
I've known the guy who's one of the funniest people that I know, who's got one of the biggest hearts that I have ever seen. I know the good father that Justin is, the good husband that Justin is, and the good friend that Justin is.
Well, guess what? You keep talking in the past tense about how good of a father, how good of a friend, this, that, and the other. Keep talking in the past tense because that version of me is long gone. You're looking at the only version of me, commendatory. And I'll be damned if I ever go back to being the chicken shit that I used to be as Justin. Justin? Yes, that's right. I'm done being him, buried in the past. This is the real me now. This is the only me that matters. I'm somebody with this. I'm the leader. I'm the commendatory.
It's funny that you said all of those things the way that you said them because I said the exact same things when I became the top fan. So, really, in this whole situation, who's the real top fan? Is it me, who sees the errors of his ways and how little that lifestyle got him? Or the guy that calls him commendatory? Who's the real top fan here? Because the thing is, I'm hearing a lot of my old self in you right now.
Probably because you got an earbud in and you're just listening nonstop repeat to the top fan monologue from 2024 because it helps you fall asleep at night and it's all you want to listen to. Because you're still the top fan.
I'm
I know
not.
you are.
Here's the
Yes,
thing.
you are.
No,
Mm.
no, not the top fan
This
anymore.
is all an
Never will
act.
be again. No, let's be honest. Nobody wants to see Top Fan. Top Fan, all right, and I'm going to shoot here. Top Fan wasn't over. Nobody wants to see that. That's not me. That's not
Again,
who PX is.
that's
PX,
why that's why I'm not top fan 2.0. I am over. People respect me.
and I'll give you that.
Yes, they do.
I'll give you that. I watch in the back and I notice all the fans putting their hand gestures up in the air as you fist bump them. And I think that's amazing. Honestly, I the first time I saw 40 people doing that when your music hit at Rocket Pro, that was so cool for me to see my friend Justin
That's
get to
not your
live
friend
his dream.
Justin. That's Commander Tori Gabagool. Get it through your thick skull. I wish Lil McGee's skin was as thick as your skull, because then maybe she could handle a sandwich joke.
You still don't get it.
Oh,
You
I get it.
still really don't get it.
Plain and clear. I sat down, I thought about it, and it all makes sense to me. You're just jealous. You're just jealous of the run I've had as beer drinking champion. You're just jealous of the opportunities I'm given, this, that, and the other. And you wish that your reign as LIM champion and leader could have been as honorable as mine.
Tony, right now, your reign as leader, and you've been a good leader. And I wouldn't have give passed the torch to you if I didn't think that you weren't going to be a good leader. So I had faith in you, and I still have faith in you. If you notice, yes, I'm very frustrated with you, but I'm not yelling at you. I'm not saying I hate you because I know Justin is still there. I know that goodness is still within you. It's just a matter of how am I going to make that point clear? What am I gonna have to do in the case race to make this point crystal clear, not just to you, but to the rest of the LIM? That's my strategy going into this. At the end of the day, if I win, great. But if I make you see the light and see the error of your ways and see that you have been wrong in the way you've treated me and the way you've treated Laura and the way that you're talking about Double J, which by the
Chicken
way,
shit double J.
no, you can't say that about him because here's the thing, he's doing something that neither of us are doing. Right now,
Okay, I
at
didn't say
wrestling
that.
school.
Oh, sure, sure. All the props in the world to him going out and chasing a dream. But you're never going to chase this because you're chicken shit. Now, you can go do your thing in the ring. I give you props there. But when it comes to out drinking me and running the LIM or doing the things I do, you'll never catch me, Double J. So keep on running, buddy.
Here's what I want to know now. And I'm
Mhm.
sure the people listening to this podcast are going to want to know this too because you said you would explain this later. What's a case race?
Case race, plain and simple. We will both sit down at a table. We will both drink from the same case. Whoever ends up drinking the most beers out of the case, once the case is empty, will be crowned the undisputed LIM beer drinking champion. Now, one rule I want to point out because you're always getting handsy with my beers and my mozzarella cheese sticks at Fritz's Poorhouse. We cannot grab the beers. The referee has to beer us. I think that's the best way to make it fair.
And here's how I make that fair. So, first off,
I'm just trying to help you out. You got me
No,
out
it
here.
seems like you're trying to help him out.
I quite literally am in your corner.
You're in my corner, but you're really helping him out.
Look.
I think you're tell me right now.
Go fuck yourself!
See, that's what it feels like. Yep. That damn Laura punched me the same way.
not quite what I was going for there. So, Sim's punch knocked a lot of sense into me and made me realize what an asshole I was being. And because he had that impact on me, and because I have this feeling with you that you're going to try to do something potentially nefarious to try to retain that, because
Listen,
I just see
Nosferatu's not here.
Commendatore as Top Fan 2.0. I
Okay.
just do.
I'm not going to do anything Nosferatu-y in this match. Okay?
So with
I give
that,
you my word. I give you my word.
still, I talked to Simp. Surprisingly, Simp talked back.
Wow.
Simp will be the special guest referee for this.
Let me think about
And
this.
if you cross and go out of line, I know he'll tell you to go fuck yourself too. And maybe then you'll see the light.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know because you're adding things to this challenge. I accepted your challenge. Now you're adding more things to it. I haven't had time to think about this.
Now the thing is, he's not on my side. He's not on your side either.
Hmm.
All Simp wants to do is make sure that the LIM can operate as a cohesive unit. And he is making sure that he's going to call it right down the middle in order to make sure that there is a clear, definitive winner. And after this, we can all move on and go about his business as usual. That's all Simp wants. He wants us to focus on there's other things that Simp thinks that we need to focus our attention on, and because we've been focusing our attention on these little things that don't matter, and we're going after people within our own group, be it as a setup with Turtle or telling Lil McGee to stay in the kitchen. After this, we can hopefully get back on the same page. Get back to making content that people enjoy. Back to having some fun again.
All that sales pitch, I'm still trying to figure out in my head, is this a good idea? And who are you, the challenger, to throw in a challenge to me, another challenge? I'll tell you what, and this is a warning to Simp. Simp, if you cross me even an inch in this match, I will dox you so hard. The world will know who you are.
I don't think you need to worry about that because he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna call it right down the middle. He said that
First
if
name.
I do anything, that he would be just as harsh with me as he is with you. He is neutral.
You
He's
know
not
that I
really
know.
involved in our thing.
You know that I know who the Simp is, and his real name, folks, rhymes with Mantino, and I'm pretty sure he's a juggalo. All right, so
What do you mean?
yeah, exactly. I know who you are, Simp, and I will dox you if you cross me in this match. You got it?
And here
Well,
you go again. And here
I
you
don't
go
know if he
again.
got it, but that's my terms. I'll accept that part of the challenge. And you kind of blindsided me right now. I got to ice my eyeball because I've been blinded. But that's my stipulation.
And here you go again. This is just showing me that you just don't get it. I have said repeatedly that Simp will call it right down the middle. And
Well, we'll
yet,
see.
You're saying that Lil McGee needs to stay in the kitchen. You're threatening to dock Simp, who's a hacker, who his whole business empire would be ruined if he were doxxed and we knew what his actual identity was.
He sells carpets.
You never know. You never know.
He said he works for Empire.
800-588-2300. I'm gonna
Empire.
beat you. That's what I'm saying. That's what that spells to me.
Well, I'm gonna take some carpet after I'm done beating you, and you're laying in my yard, belly up, drunk, pissing in the wind. I'm gonna roll you up in some Empire carpet and throw you in the trash, right where you belong. And all the while, I'll be holding this belt that keeps disappearing. I'll be holding it up after I drink just one more old style than you, because that's all I have to do, PX. I don't have to do a bunch of bullshit and go on 8-minute monologues to win. All I have to do is drink one more beer than you, wait one more week after that. Maybe it's 2 weeks. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but needless to say, I'll be the longest beer drinking champion in LIM history, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
If you do so happen to beat me, and you do so happen to break my record, I will shake your hand.
You will
Oh,
not shake my hand. The only thing you will do is be a footnote in the loss column on Tony Gabagool's record.
but again, you're sounding so much like me when I was top fan
You
and thinking
wish
about
you
all this
sounded
stuff.
like this. A
Because
year ago,
but you're saying what the lengths you're willing to go about putting me in a carpet and throwing
yes.
me in the water
I didn't say water, I said trash. All right, you're beneath
because it's
water.
interesting. It's interesting, Tony, because if you remember about a year ago, we did something like this, and it was
Mhm,
you
mhm,
moderating me when I was the champion
mhm,
against Danny.
mhm.
And I did say that I would do whatever it took to prove that I was the superior Ackman brother and the rightful holder of the LIM beer drinking championship.
And what did you do? Remind the folks, what did you do?
And I did what I said I was going to do. And
You got fingered
Danny's
by two dudes and lost your championship. Am I wrong? Am I telling lies?
uh
Uh-huh.
I don't think that was on I don't think we could have posted that on YouTube. But yeah, I mean
The
I just
finger
did a
poke
double
of death. The double finger poke of death.
I went down. I took the fall. I let you guys do that because I wanted you guys to determine who among
Okay.
you was the best. We've
You
already
know,
gone, but we've already talked about that earlier on, and people need to
we'll
hear
move
us repeating
along,
stuff.
man.
But the thing is, Tony, that match, all I cared about was doing whatever it took to win. This match, I'm doing whatever it takes to get somebody that I greatly care about, a good friend of mine, to get him back before he falls into doing the same things that I did that a year later I absolutely fucking regret. That's all I want out of this.
I
Winning
won't
the
regret a
title, that'll
single
be a
minute.
bonus. But I
Well,
want Justin back.
mm,
I won't call him commendatory.
mm,
And I already have some thoughts in mind, but I don't know. I got some thinking I got to do on that piece.
well,
But
think about it.
regardless, whatever I got to do to get you to open your eyes and look at yourself in the mirror, you're not going to see it coming.
You better watch your back in this match.
I'll
'Cause
watch
if
my
you
front,
give
my
me
back, my
just
side to side, my front, back, side to side. I'll watch it all.
1 second, that's all it takes for the commendatory to strike.
1 second's also what I hear it takes for him to do other things, but that's besides the point.
1 second, you found out my high score on solitaire. I knew you were snooping around on my computer.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, no, because I know solitaire is your favorite game.
Been playing it for years.
You've been
Now,
playing it your whole
quit
life,
trying to be
practically.
friendly with me, bringing up shit from the past. All right? Because the past is the past. And as far as I'm concerned, you being LIM champion, that's a thing of the past. It'll never happen again. I beat each and every one of you in the blood alcohol content match. I am far superior than the top fan ever was. People respect me. They never respected the top fan. They laughed at the shit you were doing. They begged you to stop, not because they were afraid of you. They just felt bad for you. You don't see the errors of your way. You say that you do, but here there's this whole jealousy thing. I keep hearing it over and over again throughout tonight's episode, throughout the past few months. You're chasing for this title. You want to make LIM great again. But guess what? You're the one that ruined it in the first place. I'm the one that's cleaning this shit up. And the thing that bugs me the most, PX, is you say, I got to get this title back because it's the title that the Ackerman brothers made great. There's nothing that you or your brother did to make this title great. Think about that long and hard. For 2 years, you guys had this belt. You tarnished it. I don't know if it was 2 years. It sure as hell felt like 2 years. Regardless, I took it off you. People respect this title. Hell, I even had the new title commissioned. Everybody loves it. Here, get one good look at it. Well, it's getting polished up. Look at this. Look at this beautiful belt. You think you're worthy to hold this belt, PX? No. You can't even touch it. Can't even touch it, PX. So while you're sitting there staring at it, that's the closest you'll ever get besides Memorial Day. You'll never be commendatory. You'll never be on my level. And I sure as hell, mark my words, you will never be LIM beer drinking champion ever again. Because when it comes down to it, everybody in the LIM, excluding Laura, they're loyal to me. And if I call for interference in this beer drinking contest, you better believe Smiley McGee will jump off of that corn on the cob out there in Portage, Indiana, wherever he's at. He'll jump off the corn on the cob and he'll make his way over and he'll interfere to make sure I walk out with this. If I tell Double J, hey, quit being chicken shit, cash in, or hey, quit being chicken shit and show up, interfere, he'll do it. The numbers are stacked against you. Thomas Foolery. Hell, I might even bring in an outsider. You know who? Maybe one of the candidates to become the new consigliere. He loves craft beer. Maybe I'll bring him by. Maybe he'll interfere. The numbers are stacked against you because you burned so many bridges when you were the top fan. Is this all making sense to you now? You think Simp's going to be able to stop all these people? All I got to do is drink one more beer than you to prove that I am the greatest. When was the last time you drank more than half of a case of Old Style? Think about that for a second. I do that shit every time I'm at Rocket Pro. I see the gears are turning in your head. Now's your chance. Protect your honor, back out, and maybe, just maybe, I'll let you be consigliere again. What do you say? It's an offer you can't refuse.
I say, hey, Tony, go fuck yourself. I'm coming for that belt because, as you heard and as you said, if those people at Fan Access were to chant my name, and they did, this match was going to happen regardless. And I am not going to let any of those people down who supported me that day, because I'm going to make sure that I have one damn good thing happen to me this year, and that is getting my friend back. And if I am lucky enough, I'm going to beat you for the LIM Beer Drinking Championship, restore the honor that you have foiled. You've completely foiled the honor of the title that you have barely defended. Yes, I did some really shady shit as the top fan, but I still defended that title. I had 6 LIM title defenses. How many have you had, Tony?
One honorable one. I can't say that you had any honorable defenses. Think about that. You had to cheat, lie, or steal your way to retain this in all 6 championship defenses. That's right. That's right. I had one and it was honorable. So when you look at the tail of the tape, who's the better man? It's always going to be me. Hmm. Hmm. What's going on in your head? Commendatory moving in? Having second thoughts about this?
I'll see you Memorial Day.
I'll see you Memorial Day, yeah. Take it easy.